to step up most for Boston?
Well, to me, I'm going to tell you it's Jayson Tatum. That's what I'm going to tell you. I understand that you've got role players, and I'm not trying to diminish the significance of what they'll bring to the table or what have you. But when you look at Jayson Tatum, this is a guy that's shooting 30% from the field in these finals. He's got to do better than that. He's shooting better from three-point range. But anything inside the three-point line, he's having struggles scoring the basketball. That cannot happen. Now, obviously, game one, you saw Derek White, you saw Marcus Smart, you saw Al Horford have big games. We get all of that, and you knew that wasn't going to last with Jayson Tatum, that he'd respond to some degree offensively in game two. So one could easily make the argument, well, they won game one, but they lost game two, so that should tell you the role players are more important. I beg to differ because I think as the series wanes and we're talking about a championship being on the line, that's who your stars are. It's not to say that you don't get contributions from everybody else. But this is the analogy that I like to use, Doggy. When you go to the negotiating table, I love how players talk about team. When it's time for your representation and you to go into the room to ask for a contract, you ain't thinking about team then. You thinking about you. We have people on professional sports team in the National Basketball Association where a player is getting paid $35, $40 million and a teammate's getting paid too. That does exist. There's a reason that does exist because that $2 million player ain't that $40 million player. And there does come a moment in time, particularly during this time of year, where role players matter, team matters, defense matters, coaching matters. But nothing matters more than that dude that you're saying, here's the ball, take me there. Somehow, some way, put the ball in the hole, make the right assist, make the right pass, whatever. Make the right play, steal, whatever. Jordan stripping Karl Malone, then going down and closing the deal against Byron Russell with the push-off. You could bring up Magic Johnson with the baby hook in the lane. Kobe with some big-time shot. It doesn't matter. The point is, big-time players show up in big-time moments. I believe Jayson Tatum is a big-time player, and he's got to show up in big-time moments because if nothing else, Steph Curry has shown us in the first two games, I'm here, and I ain't going nowhere.
Well, again,
somebody has to answer that call.
I don't know where you're going with that one. Curry had 21 points in the first quarter of game one, and he did nothing.
And 13 the rest of the way.
He did nothing.
Finished with 34.
He had 13 points in three quarters, and they scored 16 points in the fourth quarter. Steve,
he give you 6 threes and 21 points in the first quarter.
Fine, and they lost. They lost.
I understand that.
All right, what did he do in the last three quarters? For crying out loud.
What did he do game two?
Oh, fine. He played well, got 100%. I got you. But, the great players supposed to play well all the games. Not all the games.
That's a lie.
Play well.
That's
every
a lie. And you know your history. You lied. Mad Dog Russo just lied to the American public. He just lied. Excuse me. Bird didn't play great every NBA Finals game. Magic and them lost by 40 in an NBA Finals game and ended up winning that series. He had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as his teammate. He had James Worthy as his teammate. He had Byron Scott as his teammate. And lost by 40. Stop acting like one game makes the series. You just lied to the American public, talking about stars play great every game. Jordan, game 6 against Portland. The reserves came in and balled out before Jordan finished the deal because he wasn't having the greatest game. Stop lying. You just lied to the public.
The Memorial Day Massacre in '85, never forget.
Anyway, there you go.
But the theory about Tatum, Smart, Horford, and Grant Williams combined for 10 points in game 2. Yeah. 10 points.
That's not good.
It wasn't. Tatum had 28 points, played well during the ball game. He had, he didn't shoot that great. Terrible shooting, but he had 13 assists in game 1. Tatum's going to give you what Tatum gives you. And again, you're right. When you get deeper in this series, in the 5th game or 7th game, 4th quarter, like Miami, he's going to have to make a couple of big baskets to get them over the top. 1,000. Nice job. 1,000% correct. But they are not winning. They are not winning this series. If Marcus Smart, Horford, and Williams combined for 10 points in these games, Williams had 6 points, Smart had 2 points, and Horford had 2 points. You can't win that way. Brown shot 5 out of 17. Pritchard's not going to score enough. Williams is not going to score enough. You got to put the ball in the basket, Steven. That's the name of the game. Put the ball in the basket. That's what Jordan did. That's what Kobe did. That's what Durant does. Last 6 minutes, 8 minutes, you got to put the ball in. I don't care about defense. You got to put the ball in the basket. And they can't win with 3 guys scoring a combined. They got to score 30, 35 points. They're going to get something out of these 3. That was a horrendous. I know Horford was wonderful in game 1. I love him. But that was got to be fair. You got to be fair. That was an horrendous performance by the Celtic role guys, and 2 of them start in game 2. And they are not going to win. I don't care if Tatum scores 50. They are not going to win unless those 3 guys give them some offense. Do the math, Steven. It's not that difficult. You failed already twice. Curry, 21 first quarter, 13 the rest of the game. 70 points combined by the 3 Golden State big players. They lose by 12. They scored 58 in game 1. Chris, it makes no difference. Yes, it does. Do the math. They can't win with 3 guys, 10 points, not especially when they scored about 60 in game 1. It's impossible. They need some help. I expect at home they're going to get it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.